Good afternoon, everyone. Jason here. Today is August 14th, and this is your aftermarket update. All right, we had a really good day here. You can see from the two price sliders in the far left corner of your screen that we had a very nice CL trade. In fact, we were down 20 ticks on the day when we took a 1380, $1,380 CL trade. And we were down just a little bit on the ES when we took a $362 ES trade. So the CL trade was 6.9 to 1 reward to risk, and the ES was off of our sweet spot. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit here. We're going to talk about these sweet spots here. We're going to be conducting a webinar tomorrow, the 15th of August, and we're going to be talking about one of the things that we're going to be covering are these sweet spot retracements and how effective they are. So a couple things here. We had a sweet spot down here at 54.70, and this doesn't look like much until you get into this 1 minute chart. And let's do this. We'll turn those off. And this was, let's see what time this was. This hit this morning at around 10 o'clock a.m. Central Time. And so one of the things that we talk about is that the market gives you permission to get out of these trades. You're going to find opportunities, and they're going to give you permission to get out. These sweet spots work very well in that regard. So if you see that was 54.70 right there, and this is a 1 minute chart. You rotated several bars around that area, and it gave you an opportunity to at least, if you got long there, to at least get safe for 17 ticks. And so it gave you an opportunity. It just kind of rotated around there. And then, like I said, if you took that long there, it didn't just blow your doors off. That was a 3 ticks of heat, and it had a 17 tick rally. The next opportunity here was not quite down to it, but again, one of the things that we talk about is that these areas are about zones of influence more than they are to the tick precision. And so if you come down here, there's 88. And one of the things, again, we talk about is that the CL has a 10 tick zone of influence around a support resistance area. And if you come back in here, the low of the day, there is 97. There is the 10 tick box right around there. So again, your sweet spot right down into the zone of influence. And that would have given you an opportunity to potentially play that if you were so inclined. That low of the day then rallied all the way to giving you an opportunity if you were taking that of 135 ticks. That's 135 tick bounce off of the sweet spot zone of influence on the CL. So that was another zone of influence and another sweet spot trade that worked really well. The trade of the day that we had here on the CL was around, again, the zone of influence here. We had this DS signal down here at 11, and we talked about the fact that there was a draw on the inventory report today versus an expected, there was a build on the inventory versus an expected draw. And so we knew that that was going to probably send the market to the downside. I got in short at 11. I got stopped out up here on the pullback. We immediately got back in once we couldn't continue to rally higher at the zone of influence. And if you were in the trade room today, you know we were talking about taking this 21, this 55.21 down to the DS target for 100 ticks. So if you measure this here to the DS target down here at 21, that's a 100 tick move. That was our target. We ended up catching about 70 ticks of that as the market rotates around, gets really close. And on this pullback, it was a pullback up into here that just tagged us out on our trail stop. And then, I don't know, a bar or two later, it comes down and takes out the target. So that was our move of the day there on the CL. So again, finished up very handsomely on the CL today. In fact, you can see up here, 1180 was the final total. On the ES today, you're going to see our ES trade where we take this sweet spot retracement here at 28.59. In fact, let's just make sure we get this line straight here. 28.59, this sweet spot area, 28.59, and apply and OK. And if you bring that back here, it immediately came down. We passed through it. I took a small stop here, and then immediately we jumped back over the top. And that's where I took that opportunity there. And we went from 28.59. There was 9 ES points of opportunity. Even in this big downward move, the sweet spot held for 9 ES points. Now, in the overnight session, there was an opportunity here in the overnight session. 28.90 comes down, gives you 3 ticks of heat, and then ultimately gives you an opportunity for 7 points. And that was even in the face of this move to the downside as well. So again, let's see, 1, 2, 2 on the ES and 1, 2 on the CL today. Sweet spot trades that gave you very good opportunities to get safe on one, and then the other one gave you lots of opportunities. And I'm going to show you how we took this 28.59 on the ES. So you're going to see 2 trades here today. You're going to see us take this short off of the DS signal here on the CL. You're going to see that for 70 ticks times 2 lots. It actually is 69 ticks times 2 lots. And then you're going to see us take this sweet spot here on the ES at 59. I'm actually in at 59.25. I take one off at 2 points and one off at 5 points. And you can see how we ended the day at the top of the price ladders up here. So again, as always, we're going to show you where we get into these trades. I'm going to show you the entries. We're going to talk about the stops. Then I'm going to chop the trade up into pieces, speed it up, put some music behind it, and then I'll let you see where it is that we exit on both of these trades. So that's how you'll see it in here today. I really want you to pay close attention to that ES trade. Well, you can pay close attention to both. They're only about 2 minutes each, 2.5 minutes each once you condense them. But pay attention to that ES trade, because that sweet spot is the location that we're going to be talking about in tomorrow's webinar presentation. So without further ado, here are the OTG trades of the day. Here I'm in 21 short. I got 2 that ticked up there at 22. Stop is 31. Stop is 31. $59.25. Stop is 57.